Huber, do you want anyone in here do you want Brad in here to talk about roller champions?
Anyone, I don't care.
Yeah.
These people.
If you guys are fine. Yeah. Let's get that roller champions
Let's
going.
do it. This
so,
was
me and Huber
so
played.
fun, dude.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
Start the hype train now.
Start it now.
Roller champions.
If you
didn't.
haven't turned the key this whole E3,
Yeah.
now is the time.
This is our footage.
Yeah, this is our footage.
Okay. This is
Dude, somebody just ran over
Definitely.
you.
Yeah. So basically,
Some of these matches.
this is a 3-on-3 essentially sports game, right? So right now the only arenas we've seen have been these ovals.
I'm getting Tron Light Cycle vibes with these.
Yeah, that's
light
just an
tubes.
effect.
I just
you
wanna
can
play
go
this
up
game
on
right
the
now.
walls, kind of Rocket League style, and then like pump to come down. And
I like
gain
when
momentum.
you tuck in.
And, yeah, that's the
Slalom
pump.
style, that's
so that's
right.
the left bumper or trigger?
Dude, put that on the back of the
I think
box.
bumper.
Yeah.
I like when you tuck
Yeah.
in.
This is faster than I
It's
expected.
so freaking fun, everyone. I'm not even kidding.
It looks fun.
All I wanted to do this entire when we were done, I was like, one more. Can we please do one more? Like, can we go again? When we left, I was like, dude, I just want to play this game right now. That's all I want to do is play more of this.
I get like capture the flag vibes. You
So-
know, just that
so there's-
fear when you got the flag and you're like,
Yeah, so there's the ball comes, the ball kind of spawns randomly on the course, and then you've got to grab the ball, and then you essentially what you have to do is you have to run laps. So once you've run a full lap, then the goal lights up,
Yeah.
and you can throw the ball in the goal. But here's where the strategy gets really crazy and interesting: is if you do a second lap, then if you hit the goal, it'll be worth 3 points. And if you get a third lap in, that goal will be worth 5 points. But you,
It's a
Is that
big
the cutoff?
deal.
yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is,
If they touch the ball,
if they
your
touch
entire
the ball
progress
at
is
all,
reset.
it resets. So, and as you saw when we started, people can run in and tackle you, knock the ball out. You do have a dodge move. Yeah, you just got wiped right there.
Yeah.
You do have a dodge, but you've got to time it right, and it can be pretty tricky to get that right and hit that dodge right when they're going to hit you. The other thing I was
Cow 39, this was my rival. Back and forth with Cow Wow. It was nonstop. Me and this person just boom, boom, boom. Like every match, anytime I saw Cow Wow, it was like rival. This is my rival.
Will there be Alita Battle Angel DLC?
Dude,
That would be fun.
yes.
The other thing, yeah, you can see if you go, so there's markers so you can tell what direction you're supposed to be going. But one of the things is if it's going to be tricky. Yeah, it's a good steal right there.
nice.
I got really confident. I love this game, and like passing is so crucial. So the button, there's just a few buttons again, like pump and brake and accelerate,
Yeah.
and the pass. Because a lot of the buttons you can do like if you
Good job.
like pass, right? If you don't have the ball and you push it, you call for it.
Yeah.
If you do have the ball, then you
But
just
what
throw.
did the footage skip?
It's fine. Yeah, it looks
I don't
fine.
think it did,
All
but
good.
yeah, you're right. It's in a weird spot. Maybe it started.
That's cool.
I think it might have started like ahead, but because I didn't see it jump of any kind.
Cool.
But yeah, so one of the things is like going around the opposite direction to kind of try to intercept guys, or to because it's lap based again to try to get in a position to where your teammate can pass to you, and then you can get around and keep it going. The other thing that's
So I feel like with that coordination and just the whole lap system of increasing the points, like you would really want to play this with friends where you could coordinate that kind of stuff.
right.
Because I can imagine that would be very
You definitely
frustrating
want
to
to
strangers.
have like some chat up no matter what.
Right.
It's so fun. I am just watching this, remembering playing it, and I'm just, oh my god. I
Is
just
there a
wanna play this.
dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
so
do, like,
the
a little-
dodge
have
and
the
tackle
ball.
is the same button. It's just
Yeah.
a matter
Okay.
of if you have the ball or not.
Yeah. Like that wipeout
That, like,
right there.
flipped
just-
you over.
Yeah. Oh, it feels so good to play. And like it was initially, it was pretty tough to get momentum, getting that pump and accelerate rhythm down. You really need to pump on the downhills and accelerate kind of on the uphills. And every time you do that turn, like it's pretty tough to get the timing of that turn down. You'll see me so many times kind of just like take the turn the wrong way, and I'll kind of go up and then slam down.
Oh, that's
Dude,
when I got
when
the
you score that
3-point,
goal,
yeah.
dude, that was the best. I cheered so loud at that point. It's like, yes, Bloodworth redemption. Yes.
Oh, Daniel scored 3 points
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
was-
that's a double.
How's
lap,
that
yeah.
targeting for goals? Is it?
That's probably the weirdest thing to get used to because you hold down. Is it the right?
Blue wins.
I think it's the right bumper, and then it's sort of auto targets a little bit, but you do have to a little arc
It's like
that
a
you have
free
to aim.
and you have to on the fly as you're moving, hold it and aim it and release.
Look at this place.
Yeah.
Did you feel like the aiming felt pretty natural and snappy?
It's that I wouldn't call it snappy. I think that's the thing. Is like when you hit the button, it's gonna be generally in the right place, but then
Okay.
you've got to move it, nudge
Just
a
a
little
little
bit to
bit.
get it into
Okay.
the
Yeah.
goal.
I like this daytime stage a lot.
Yeah, this one
of the
is-
maps was like a 1-0 game. It was so intense. It was just back and forth, back
Yeah,
and forth.
I think that
like
was
every game was
with the
kind of
second
different.
group that we had.
And our matches 3 minutes.
I don't know. Some of them went 3
I wasn't
or
really
5.
paying attention to what the time was doing.
Yeah, one of them went into overtime. I was like, uh-oh, overtime. I don't know how much time we got.
Yeah, it was just really just trying to like keep in the heat of things.
Yeah.
But there was definitely, I don't know if it's this match or one of them. There's one of these where we were just assaulting each other.
Yeah. It was
Like nobody was
crazy.
getting any points because we
It's
were just
probably
back and
this one.
forth, hitting each other, getting the ball. Somebody else hit it out of us. And
Yeah.
like, dang. And look at this. You probably can't see it that well. There's like a octopus with like a big, huge Mexican hat on. I think this is Mexico City or something. They said.
Veronica Mars fans out there, out of nowhere, the actor
7 minutes, 3 minutes overtime, first to 5.
Blood and I sit down. It's 3-on-3. Blood and I sit down, and the actor who plays Weevil from Veronica Mars sits down on our team. I was just like, dude, this is amazing. And he was just like so into it. He was just like, oh, like every time he got like hit, he was like, oh, you got me. And just such good vibes. Everyone playing this game was just like feeling it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I can't get
sells it
enough.
so much better than
Then the E3 presentation?
Where you
Yeah.
like,
Was there any
giving a
Show
helmet.
this.
when you picked your character. Was there any kind of like pizzazz?
We
to
didn't
the
have any
different
pick your
characters?
character
None of,
thing.
yeah, none of that was
And
in place. They
in
just
the
right into the match.
CG trailer, the main character like dunks it. Actually goes up with their hand and just puts their hand in the goal.
Can you dunk?
Can you physically like?
Not that we saw.
Yeah, we didn't see that.
Can you,
They
like-
never told us
I wonder if
that.
you can physically just yourself go through the goal with it in your hand. Like
You'd have
just
to
go
get
up
a
on the side and
pretty.
then
It's
jump.
getting the momentum to get up there would be hard. I don't know.
That
Hard,
turn, you see how
but
I
not
kind of like take
impossible.
that turn and lose a lot of speed?
Right.
Like getting those turns.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because see, the
is-
one bank is the inner bank is a smoother incline to get up.
I want to see
Is that the mode?
somebody who
That was call for the ball. I thought we had it.
I want to see somebody who's grinded out this game and just how
Nice
quickly
steal.
they can do a
Oh.
lap
But yeah,
of the
the
arena.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Nobody scored yet in this game. This
Yeah,
is the
this
game.
was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
really. It is so fun.
I love
Forget
the like.
ball, I'm out for blood.
I love the like Tony Hawk SSX like walk of shame right here. Where you're just like
Oh.
it only lasts like 2 or 3 seconds, but it must feel like forever. You're like, come on.
That's the other detail I was going to say that I also think is really interesting about how these mechanics work. The lap, see the blue ring that's going around. That's tracking where your lap is.
You did. Was that the dodge there?
yeah,
That spin?
it feels so good.
It looked
Boom.
super.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like dodge when someone comes at you, you
Yeah.
feel that. You're like they go for the hit and you dodge out of the way and it's like, oh. It's like you get that rush.
But so the tracking of the
rollerball
lap
rush.
Yeah.
is based on where the ball is at. So you can actually get a lap complete even if nobody has the ball. If you just toss the ball forward, it's going to keep rolling. Your lap is going to keep accumulating. And then so if there's somebody else that's like coming around that other side, then they can grab the ball, turn around, toss it into the goal.
Took out their entire team right there.
Yeah,
Goon.
a wrecking ball right there.
Yeah. It's so fun.
I
Free
want
to
to
play.
I want to play this with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
yeah.
gosh. Stream night, groups. Oh, it's incredible.
I don't
Free to play.
I don't know that there's any kind of
Free to
split screen
play.
though, so we'd have to
True. We can
We'll have
land.
to land that
We've been
one.
doing that.
Yeah, we've been doing that.
Yeah, and you
Did
know they
did
can get
say how many arenas were at launch?
no,
'Kay.
no details like that, or skins, or currencies,
Right.
or cosmetics.
They had
like
the
did
music
not.
turned off for streamer mode essentially because
Are there any additional modes outside of this?
Not that they said. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
they
we
legit
were
just
like
showed this.
afterwards we were sitting there they had this is a great little detail. Ubisoft has basically replicated Gamescom at this point at E3.
Yeah.
They
kind of had that set up last year.
They have a huge open room with a coffee bar and baristas and snacks. And I'm like, and it's not that unusual for there to be snacks at E3.
Yeah.
But just the whole vibe of the room was entirely different. Usually it's just like there's a table on the side with a bunch of stuff
Yes,
there.
yes.
And one of the guys that was there serving coffee and stuff, he had obviously played it, and we were just talking about the game. Like he wanted to talk about the game more. We wanted to talk about the game more. We were talking about like different track designs that they could put in there, figure eights and
Sounds
things
like you
that.
like strolled into the Ubisoft coffee shop,
Yeah, exactly.
chatting it up on a Saturday morning.
And then he ended up talking to you about some other games and stuff too.
This, I think we lose here, and it's crushing. I forget.
You know,
one of the
he's
losses
distracted because he's invested in his own match.
One, one of the losses was devastating.
There was
We
one where,
lost
yeah,
in-
like they really threw me off.
Yeah.
And like I just about had it, but it just got
crushing
me.
defeats.
Mental damage.
I love that I can
exhilarating
tell, like,
wins.
what's
Sorry,
going on
what
all
was
the time.
Yeah.
Like I haven't skipped a beat this whole gameplay clip. Like I can tell like where the ball is, even where like blood is most of the time. You know, like I love there was like just one clip of you seeing like the whole crew coming your way, and so you do a 180, and you're looking behind you like come on, you know, like just
Yeah.
trying to get that momentum like relay style.
What's the music like?
That's what they had it
They had
off
to turn it off
for
dang.
capture.
yeah.
Okay.
So we
But-
don't get muted
And
for
what
this.
was your question?
No, I was just saying you were just chatting with the coffee guy about some other games and
Possibilities,
stuff.
yeah. Just if you know.
Oh yeah, so we got
Adding
a
different
pass in
modes.
right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
We were talking about like a figure 8 map
Mm.
of just how crazy that would be, or
Yeah.
just a lot you could do.
We got another pass back, and this is that?
Oh,
No,
there
we
it
got that
is.
one.
Nice. If
That's
they
what-
do
that's a
the
three-pointer.
if they go the battle pass route, like seasons, unlocking cosmetics, and
Yeah, because this is
Yeah,
actually
it'd
free
be
to play.
interesting,
Yeah.
like the kind of challenges that they could come up with, like do a certain number of dodges in a match.
yeah.
Things
If there'll be
along
like
those
tournaments or ranked play,
Sure.
quick play.
Yeah. Very good questions.
So
We should keep it going. I should get off this
Really-
desk. Ben Damiani, Brad, Dragon Ball time.
Cool.
Dragon Ball Z.
I'm gonna take a quick research break
Yeah.
before we pop up here. Sounds good. Dragon Ball
Ben
Z
Damiani, Brian, you want to
Kakarot.
get Bossman too?
Yeah.
Bossman likes Ultra Instinct.
Sure.
Yeah, however
Like I
many
played it
guys-
at Judges Week, but like I'm not sure how if all three of you have played this.
I
don't
didn't.
know.
I didn't play it.
I don't know how valuable my.
They
my input
shut
is.
me
Oh, this
out.
is last.
All right.
Rep
Okay.
it up. Rep it up.
Good clincher, dude.
Rep it up.
Dragon Ball, Kakarot.
Clinch it.
Rep it up.
Yeah, that is a good one. Bossman is good. Because Kyle, I mean, that's obviously like.
That's a good sound effect.
Wait, Hugh, are you not in for Kakarot?
I didn't play it.
Oh, okay.
We got
But you-
we got full seats though, because I played
Oh,
it,
Damiani
Damiani
and
played it,
Ben, yeah.
and Ben played it.
Did you fight Nappa?
He's not in it. Not in the thing we played.
Oh yeah. Then I'm walking out of the
Yeah,
room.
get out of here.
Did you fight Vegeta?
No,
Did you fight Frieza?
Raditz.
Raditz.
Start with episode 1, dude.
Raditz.
Yeah, early game, dude. Early game.
Raditz is cool.
Nappa's
I like Raditz.
Nappa's on the way.
Yeah, Nappa's on the.
Nappa has not arrived. but
Saiyan
keep it
Saga, Frieza Saga,
this belong to you?
flawless. Yeah, that's my wallet.
Put it
I
down.
think I lost my wallet.
Kakarot. Kakarot. I don't know why when I sit down I want to put down these
Just
headphones.
have it,
Yeah.
dude.
Can I start by saying I was really annoyed it was in English only?
Same.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. Was not pleased.
furious.
I was about to just take them off and be like, no.
The English voice actors for Dragon Ball Z are good, though.
Yeah, but it's just I'm so used to the Japanese, it's just it's too weird.
I get you.
I just can't handle it. Same with Naruto. It's not like one is necessarily better than the other. For so long, I've listened to it in one language. It's just it's alien. It's like not the same thing.
I get you.
Outside of that, though, I went into this demo after seeing it at the
Yes.
Microsoft Press Conference, and I was like, man, we're just doing the same story that we've done already, and the combat doesn't look that good. I was way more into it than I thought I was
Here
going
we
to
go.
be.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
For contextual reasons.
Ooh,
My
favorite kind of reasons.
Yeah, it's not just you are doing the Saiyan Saga again. The way that it's laid out is like, oh, you're with Piccolo, and it's like, hey, Piccolo, we need to go save Gohan, like you would expect.
Yeah.
But you have this whole world to explore. Well, not this whole world. You have this whole area to
Yeah, it's,
explore.
like,
Is
divided up
much
by
is a more accurate
zones.
way of saying that. And you're having these as you're flying on Nimbus next to Piccolo. You're having conversations, and this is at a point, obviously, in the story where Goku and Piccolo still don't really like each other. They still have that
Their
tension.
first ever team up.
Right, and so you're kind of having this nice banter, and he's like, "Hey, did you learn anything from this experience? Because I want to use it when we eventually fight." And so you're having conversations like that. But the coolest thing, Kyle, is that you have these side missions scattered around, and the givers of these side missions are Dragon Ball characters, not Dragon Ball Z characters, Dragon Ball characters. And so you go and you're like, oh, hey, it's you. And I don't know. I love that. I love that you're checking in with characters that you didn't get to check in with during
Brad
the
told me
anime.
about one.
Yeah.
The android who looks like a big Frankenstein's
Frankenstein?
monster.
Yeah.
Who survived. He lives at the end of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
He's just-
Ader. Android 8. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
What a great way to.
Did you do any other side quests?
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to see what they were like, so I
Yeah.
didn't actually like go and complete the side quest. But
Oh.
I initiated the one with Android 8.
Really basic.
You were looking at
Yeah.
the clock.
really
Yeah,
basic.
Well, because there was something that they emphasized, and it kind of put me on edge. The way they described this demo was a little bit weird. I wish I could go through it multiple times and have a little bit, because I had more time to explore than I thought. But when they were doing the presentation beforehand, they were like, "Hey, Master Roshi is going to remind you when you're out of time, and if you can explore, but you also want to do this Raditz fight because that's the end of the demo." And so I was kind of paranoid about that. I wanted to go. I wanted to see the Raditz fight. I wanted to see what mechanics were present. And so I initiated the side quest, but I didn't follow through with them.
What did they ask for?
He was like, "There's some red ribbon robots running around. Take them out."
Are they like the skinny pods with?
It
like,
was
little-
okay. So it was like a skeleton. Do you remember the skeleton robot they fight one time in Dragon Ball
barely.
with Bulma? It's like
Yep.
Goku and Bulma. It kind of looked like that, almost like a Dragon Quest skeleton, like monster thing.
Cool.
And just like beat up like one of those.
That's so cool
And he's
though.
like, "Good job."
yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool."
But I just appreciate the fact that they're, even if the
In-game.
side quests are super basic, like those could just be generic NPCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's super early in the game, so
Yeah.
that was like that seems like the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
So they might get a little more involved.
But the combat was also, I'm not going to sit here and say the combat was great, but it was a little better and a little bit more fluid than I was expecting, because there were just cool things that you could do. So you have all these special moves. You have your like Kamehameha, and then you have this like overhead slam that you can do, and you can fly in, do a basic melee combo, finish that with the overhead slam, and then it'll pop up with a finisher. It's like a quick time event. You have to hit the melee button again within the time.
Always
and
the same button though.
it was always the melee
B,
button.
yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
And then that would make Raditz like grind into the dirt, and so you have this huge distance, and it's like, oh man, I bet I can follow that up with the Kamehameha, and so you just get this like nice flow of combos going, and you can do quite a bit of damage.
Is Kamehameha just a button?
So you hit the left bumper, and you bring up all your special moves, and Kamehameha is one of those special moves.
Hotkeys.
Okay.
Yeah. But over time, you build up this kind of like super state that you get into. Obviously not Super Saiyan at this point, but kind of like this charged up state. And what's cool about that is in this state, you can cancel these special moves into other things. And so you can chain all of these attacks together a little bit. And that was kind of fun to mess around with. And Raditz had different states that he could go into. And he would do attacks that would just completely like immobilize you and just like demolish your ki. So you wouldn't be able to do your special moves, and you'd have to charge up again. And so that was really great. And he had this big attack where he stuck his hands out and shot out these big pink giant beams.
Hold up and down if you move.
Yeah, and
right?
he'd be like kind of just rotating around in place, and you'd have to dodge them. And so, yeah, not by any means like the greatest combat I've ever played or anything, but it felt like there was a substantial amount going on within the fight.
Yeah, it just felt like solid. It
Yeah.
was like fun. I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is just fun.
Exactly.
It's not gonna blow you away or anything like that, but it's just cool to fly around in Dragon Ball.
It's
Yeah.
almost like I'd almost prefer that if it's going to be an RPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like I wouldn't want it to be like fighting game mechanics when it's time for to just actually have a boss fight,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, you could like dodge and stuff like that and block, but it's not like crazy. I think if you dodged at like right times, it'd kind of slow down. It felt like.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh,
I love that kind of moment.
when
Yeah.
when you are getting pummeled, you actually kind of have a chance to help yourself because it'll pop up with a thing. It'll be like, "Hey, guard!" And so even if the Raditz was in the middle of a combo, you still had a chance to stave
Yeah.
off some of that damage.
Nice.
Which was nice. Something that annoyed me, Kyle, and I'd be curious to get your take on this, is you're exploring around, and I don't know what their practical application is in the game, but there's a ton of these Z orbs all over the place.
Oh, right.
And they're just like in rings and stuff, and it's like you're hanging out with
Pilot
Piccolo
style.
and you're talking, and it's like, okay, let me fly through and get all of these Z orbs.
And they're just there to make flying more fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's okay, but it looked a little awkward,
Sure.
I guess would be the way I'd describe it.
To me, it's like the rupees that pop up in Wind Waker.
Right.
Sure,
It's like
yeah.
they're just trying to think of something to make that fun. But yeah, I have no idea what they look like, obviously.
I think the other thing that makes it worse, though, is that you can manually ascend and descend on Quinto Un, and it was really...
Excuse me, what?
That's why I call it. I'm not calling it by its English name. It goes up and...
Just for the audience, just call it Nimbus.
Is that what it's called?
Just call
in
it
English?
Flying Nimbus, yeah.
Okay, flying cloud thing that he rides on. It felt really like sluggish to go up and down. It felt like I didn't have. It was
Because you
very
had to
accurate.
push like
yeah,
right trigger and right bumper.
It
to
was
go up
just
and
that.
down.
It's just like the actual movement of it, and like the
Yeah.
like you had to be super close to each of those to actually pick them up.
Yeah.
It was.
I wish flying felt. A
I
little more
got after about like
Yeah.
10 seconds of trying. I'm like, this is dumb. I'm
It kinda
going to do
felt
other
stiff.
stuff.
Yes, it felt stiff, and that was
Yeah.
really annoying as well because you'd be trying to get it, and it wasn't like this nice, smooth, like, oh, okay, I'm flying through, I got all the orbs. There were a lot of times where it was like, oh, I guess I just barely missed it. Let me like reposition, and so you don't feel
Yeah.
like Goku is represented in the anime, where he's just like smoothly flying on Nimbus, and because.
Fair point.
When
Yeah.
they're flying
It
around,
looks
like they're not
so cool.
struggling. They're
Yeah.
not like, oh wait, let me stop and then. Yeah, so that was a little weird. And it's following the story very, very closely. So when you're going through the Raditz encounter, I mean, it plays pretty much exactly like you would expect in the anime. And so I think that was another thing that made it jarring for me. When it's like, oh, these orbs, like that wasn't part of it. You're taking all of these steps to make it feel like the anime, and this thing just doesn't quite line up. No, it's a nitpick for sure, not a huge complaint. But they even do the thing where when you're going on the mission, like text will pop up, and you'll have the announcer read it like it's an anime episode.
That was really.
well. It's
I
kinda fun.
did
Yeah.
like that touch.
Yeah, that's
Even in
kinda
English,
fun.
it was like, okay, I like this presentation. You nailed it there.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been waiting for like a Dragon Ball game to kind of be like the equivalent of the Ultimate Ninja Storm games,
Yeah.
where it's a really good to go through them just for like narrative purposes, but really capture like the scale and like the sense of battle in there that it feels like you're playing the anime. And I literally did not do a single side quest. All I did was I started flying towards the Raditz marker immediately after the intro. After trying to fly through some of the Z markers, like these are dumb, I'm moving on. I saw the T-Rex thing. I'm like, yo, I'm going to fight
Fight it,
this.
yeah.
Walked up to it, like ran into it, didn't react to me. I'm like, what do I have to do? So I like had to key blast it. Then it finally turned around. I was like, you want to fight? And it's like, oh, be careful. You might become its dinner or whatever. And like, I just key blasted it a few times, died. And then it just sat there dead, like wouldn't let me do anything with it. I didn't get any item from it, so I guess
No
it was tied
XP?
to nothing. I don't know if it glitched out
I
or
thought you
something.
could cook food in the maybe.
Yeah, I
we
thought
didn't know how to do
maybe
it.
I had to activate a side quest to do that, so I probably
Sure.
wasted it. So I was like, okay, that stinks. Time to go fight Raditz. But from the moment it began the Raditz fight, like yes, like his scouter, he's got the scouter on. He's like, 2 signals are coming over here. Like 332, 334 power level. And then he like looks back at Castle. What's this?
700,
700 something, whatever. What is this kid and stuff? I was like, yeah, good stuff here. I really liked. I did like how they presented the battle, and I did actually like the controls. One of the things with previous games that emphasized in the presentation, they talked about how with a PvP game, it's a little more difficult to kind of nail the feeling of sometimes you're completely overmatched by your opponent.
Yeah.
And because they put you at the same kind of like level essentially when you're playing an AI, like they don't inherently have better skills than you. It's just who plays better. Whereas this, it's like Raditz has way more abilities than you, and it's supposed to be like it was supposed to be challenging. That's one thing I want to get to. I didn't think it was challenging at all. They must have knocked it down to like very easy difficulty.
E3 demo.
But I imagine normally I'm expecting moments like when you get to Frieza, he better like kick my ass. Like I better be like decimated by him. And you get that feeling like, like they said, you need to go train or you need to go through those motions again, like Goku did to get like stronger. And I was like, yes, I've wanted this. Like this has been a problem I've seen in other fighting games that like it doesn't capture that sense at all. It's just like go nuts and it looks flashy, which is great, but they've never nailed that sense of
progression.
Yeah, really good stuff. But like the battle, like I just loved how it felt to dodge. Like Raditz would throw the ki blast at you. And you could do like the little like instant like dodge thing like there, and if you it wasn't timing, you just like spam it essentially. But like if you move like sideways, you'd like dodge through them, and you could like close in on them. And like I felt like I'm doing good and stuff. Do the combo, develop like Kamehameha, and it's like this is really good. Or rock paper scissors, whatever move, the meteor slam or strike, whatever it's called in English. And it looks great, it feels great, but then like when you think you're beating him up, he just like instantly does like one move that like knocks you back, and then like he's on the assault, and you feel so overwhelmed, like I'm just gonna guard this, boo 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 boo, and it's like no, I'm taking so much damage, even guarding, like this is like I love that feeling, like
because that's who Raditz was at that point.
Yeah, and he's like when you finish it, Kyle, like it even does the whole thing like. Goku grabs the tail because like Piccolo's been like the whole time Piccolo's doing the charge up. He's like, Goku, I need you to do this. This is our only chance because we can't beat him.
Yeah.
And like I just loved it. Like their expressions and everything. Like they just like nailed it, and I love that.
It's
Cool.
nice that Raditz is not a chump, because you can't. The mechanics of the fight prevent you from just mashing away. Like you being insanely aggressive won't work because there will just be moments where Raditz will be like, no, you're going to get away from me, which is cool.
You can also use Piccolo to help you in combat in some of the encounters.
Assist,
Yeah, you can like
Nice.
have him do a
Yes.
few moves for
The
you.
first
Pretty
phase you
sick.
could, yeah.
And in the side quest, I'm pretty sure in the fight I did, it played the Japanese theme. Chala.
Yeah.
During
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fight,
during-
they're playing
I
it.
was like,
They're
wow.
playing it
Yeah.
during the
Yeah.
fight. I'm like, yeah. You got the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
That's
so
really
good.
cool.
When you're flying around, I wonder if this is going to get annoying in the main game, but Bulma was popping up pretty frequently.
Pretty chatty.
Yeah, she was pretty chatty, and she was like, "Hey, this looks interesting. Why don't you go check that out over there?" And that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But it even just in the demo, and maybe it was just the demo, she was popping up with regularity.
So, if this game is just us playing Goku,
Yeah.
if it's just Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, so what happens with Raditz happens. We got to run across a giant snake.
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah,
I hope they
Snake
nail
Way.
that. I hope
Yeah.
it takes like hours to go across.
We
it.
got to train with King Kai.
Oh yeah.
We have to.
Come back, fight Nappa, then Vegeta.
Yep.
Wait,
Train
what?
and
Oh,
speed.
yeah.
What if they make Goku and Piccolo get their driving license?
that's
That'd be
good.
so
Yeah.
cool.
That better be a
It
side
was like
quest.
in open-ended.
For a change of pace.
Has to be a
Yeah.
side
Yeah,
quest.
yeah,
Absolutely.
that'd be
That'd be
such a good
sick.
side quest, dude.
Yeah, we didn't get. We just see. Yeah, Goku's got to go like. Kaioken times 10.
Yeah.
Like I hope they have like a cut to like King Kai like no Goku you can't do that your body.
Because it's just like to me, like what happens across those first few arcs, the most interesting stuff isn't with Goku, who's just kind of hanging out and training for a long time, while Gohan and Krillin are doing all the cool stuff.
Right.
And so I wonder if there will be like enough cool stuff for Goku to do.
Will Goku have to fight like the demon stuff like when he goes below the clouds and goes into hell and has to like help out there?
Oh,
I
it'd be
would
so fun,
love
man.
Are we
to
gonna
see
have,
that.
yes.
Yes. I wonder if they'll do an extended hyperbolic time chamber scene where you're just training.
It'd be
That would
boring though, right? Because it's all white.
Yeah, but you're fighting Vegeta.
All
And
right.
you're just like, you're progressing.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to put the time in. Yeah, it should be said this is CyberConnect 2, who did do the
Yeah,
Ultimate Ninja
that's
Storm
right.
game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you didn't know that, I also thought it was, I thought it was kind of funny in the presentation that they did, where they're like, "This is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot," which, by the way, if you don't know, is Goku.
It's Goku saying name.
Yeah.
You know, some people would know.
Right.
Some people
Just,
wouldn't know. That's
just
fair.
a moment. Yeah.
If you didn't know.
It's Goku.
But yeah,
I knew that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
to me right now this game is like swimming in sevens,
Yes.
Huber style right
yes,
now.
yes. Which is a
You
good-
all described at least
In a good
an
way.
8.
No, I did not.
I heard the words of an 8 at this table.
You don't know what an 8 is then. Because that was not an 8.
What makes it a 7 though? What is it?
We were talking about how stuff was sluggish, and stuff was really
just
basic, but it
the
was
cloud.
fun.
The cloud was sluggish.
The flying was sluggish. The fighting is like okay. I told you the side encounter was like very basic and like weird.
I get you. Yeah.
But it's like from what we just saw, that's what I would say it is.
Sure.
Just wait till we get to the fusion.
But not in a bad way. It's like that's not a bad thing necessarily.
I do
Damiani-
wonder how combat is going to evolve because
You could play hotkey new abilities on the slots.
yeah, I can see new abilities, but I wonder if it's going to be a similar thing where it's like, okay, because this fight definitely had a flow of whatever Raditz is doing, evade or block, do your combo. When your meter fills up, use it, and then just go nuts. I hope they just
Little
keep
more
having
involved.
enough new things to keep it interesting. And the Raditz fight was cool, and so I think that's very
Sure.
possible.
I am scared that it just ends after Frieza.
I think it probably will.
I think
Yeah,
that's credits.
That'll be the end.
Yeah,
The first
part
one.
one.
Yeah.
We're not going beyond that till the next one.
Yeah.
Till we get Kakarot 2.
Kakarot 2.
Yeah.
I think honestly that'll be a more interesting Goku story, you know. So yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? Just heart attack and you're just out.
You wonder if they
for
I
a
wonder
lot
if
of the
they'll
game.
name them by different ones. If they do like Goku, Vegeta, maybe Trunks or something.
Yes, I
Or
think it'd be cool if you could
Gohan,
play as them.
Yeah, like
Oh, you're
Dragon Ball
so
Z
Yeah.
Trunks.
And then
Cutting
Dragon Ball
up
Z
the
Gohan.
Gohan.
Yeah.
I bet next one's
I wanna be
Gohan.
Vegeta.
Yeah.
And getting trained by one-armed Gohan, man.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Wow. Heck yeah. Good
Wow.
good theory, Damiani.
Then they'll do Super Game,
Dragon Ball Z Boo.
and it'll just go on forever. Then they'll make the game again where it's everything.
Yeah, they'll make a Kai version of all of these
For
like
next
10
gen.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, for next gen. But no, I just love these games. Like
Yeah, it's
Naruto
crazy to me
because
that you're so
they're 2D
enthusiastic about it,
animation
Damiani, yeah.
and like some of Dragon Ball's animation historically, especially like with Super, has been like sometimes iffy and sometimes
Bad.
yeah, and sometimes it's outright bad.
Yeah.
And to see it realized in a different like that visual style brought into 3D, it just makes it more of a spectacle. Like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm games, I love that about that. It was a great compliment. I even wanted like anime episodes to like just make the anime like this. They even did exclusive the first time you saw Itachi's brother come back, the fight in the cave with what's his face? Orochimaru's secondhand person. Kabuto, thank you. Jeez, that was the first time you ever saw that. Before the anime, or manga or whatever, you saw it in that. Apparently, first time it was ever done was seen by anyone was in there. So like this, like if they get to Super and they start doing like Super stuff in this first, like, oh, so cool.
Yeah, they did do a pretty decent job of making the Raditz fight a spectacle. Like it just his attacks felt big. Not only did he have the one where he was sticking his hands out and doing the giant beams, but he would just get pissed off and barrage you with ki blasts.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like a shoot 'em up for a second.
Yeah.
I think it's
sometimes.
cool. It's hard to care about Raditz right now.
Right.
And so that's what
Yeah,
that's
when you're
kind of
thinking
neat.
about like Frieza blowing up,
Yeah.
you know, the planet and stuff, and Planet Namek, and everything blowing up around you, that's gonna be like insanity.
Yeah.
In 2019, it's just hard to care about Raditz.
That's our last game for
That's
the night.
it.
Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah, that's
Is
it.
that it, Blood?
That's it.
That's it.
Blood's just sitting over there. They're finally done talking about Dragon Ball.
You got it. That's what you asked for.
That's it.
Tomorrow's a huge day. Another
Yes.
huge one.
Over 30 more games to go.
If you didn't hear that, it's over,
Over
30 more games
30
to go.
That's like Easy Allies mini right there.
Blood, I don't know if we're going to hit that because we have 4 hours.
We
So
got a
it's
lot of stuff
We don't
tomorrow.
have 4 hours.
Okay.
4 hours is what we thought it would take. We're going until we're done one way or the other. We're done with the games, or we're just done
Mentally.
Yeah.
But Damiani still has to record a friend code tomorrow.
But you can still
And we
keep
have guests.
talking.
Okay,
We
all
can
right.
we can move it to another room. But
Okay.
yeah, we have guests tomorrow.
Yes, Damiani booked some great guests tomorrow.
But we have a big guest first.
Like your guests aren't big.
We have huge guests, but who's up first?
First is Kind of Funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they're
we gotta
first.
Get, like schedule. Yeah.
So
like,
Kind
what
of
we
Funny's first at noon
Yes.
or noonish.
Yes, around there.
They'll be here. Tim Geddes and Greg
Up at
Miller.
noon.
Yep. They'll be up at noon, hopefully.
That he's jealous.
Yep. Talking to E3. Then more discussions. Blood, I think you're gonna have to accept that all 30 aren't happening, man.
I think if you saw a list like these, we've intentionally hit the big boys first.
Okay. And then it'll be more like tight
we
short ones.
let it be known there are big boys left.
Yeah, there's
There are
some
big boys left.
heavy hitters.
But I'm saying that like, the ratio is lessening.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah. So your friend coded guests are a secret
Yeah,
until
no. I mean, if you want me to, but I confirmed today they're all locked in, double locked in.
Nice.
double
Locked in
locked
today,
baby.
saying they're all
Okay.
coming in. But some of them are going to be on the stream too, as
Oh, great.
well.
Okay.
So we can actually say that. So barring a last minute like mishap, out of our control, tomorrow on the stream at some point in the afternoon, we'll have Ash Paulson from Game Explain and Gerard the Completionist will be joining us to talk on the stream. And then for Friend Code, both of them along with Nintendan will also be joining us on Friend Code. So I have a 3-guest
all-star
panel.
All-star panel.
in the friend code.
Yes.
Do not
chopped
give
liver.
Gerard a hard time about the Mario Maker thing.
Yeah, we're not going to even talk about that.
Okay.
I'm, I'm planning just like, hey, what was the best thing you saw?
right, yeah.
Like stuff like that.
No, I feel like you should say good job, man.
Oh no, we're going to congratulate
Okay.
Gerard.
All right,
Gerard
great.
already knows now. Now Gerard's watching right now.
Oh,
Gerard loves us, man. He's
Okay.
probably watching right now.
all right.
We spoiled it for him.
What did you spoil?
We're gonna
The
talk about it.
congratulations?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, you
Gerard.
spoiled my congratulations.
Now the reaction won't be genuine anymore.
Yeah. It'll
We're
be
frauds.
Yeah.
Anything else we got tomorrow? Is that it?
Just a lot of streaming. I
Yep.
unfortunately will not be here tomorrow, so thank you everybody for a wonderful E3 week.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's been a blast.
You-
This has been.
yeah.
Go ahead, Brad.
You and probably Huber, right?
Yeah, Hubert and I will be gone tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why you was
Yes.
on the dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, like this whole studio felt more real this week than at any point.
Yeah.
It
got
truly felt like
real.
something during E3. Yeah.
Sit off camera.
It
Yeah.
came
Take my seat while I go
alive.
Like
help
when
do nothing.
when people are laying on the wood floor, it's real.
Yeah.
That's
It was
a real
it
E3.
was a short nap. It
that was
a
a
23
real
minute nap. I
E3.
put 23 minutes on the clock.
That's a power nap,
23 minutes
baby.
is such an odd time.
Just a little shut eye.
Power nap.
Sometimes power naps are all
Yeah.
you need to get a little boost.
Yeah.
Bloodworth, what more could be said about your haircut?
It's fantastic.
It's revolutionary. I've never seen it this short.
Dude, ray tracing
Yeah.
on.
I don't think so, man.
Ray
You know my middle name is Ray, right? Is that what?
What?
My middle name is Ray.
I didn't know that.
Daniel
Bloodlore.
Ray
I did
Bloodworth.
not know that. I've known you for 8 years and I didn't know
That
that.
is a bomb dropped, dude. I don't think you told us that before.
RTX on.
RTX on.
RTX.
I'm sure it
RTX
comes
on.
at some point.
Yeah. So, Blood, you're cool with what the schedule was. It was just run down, right? Definitely noon Pacific time is when
Yeah.
we'll start.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't know what to put as the sweetest moment because they'll tell you the sweetest
Dude,
moment
it's Ray.
is a freaking secret. So whatever, it's like
What?
you all know. Let's talk about it afterwards.
Is
but
it something that happened with Michael Huber?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
and we can't say you're ending this by teasing them like that?
Yes, you will know the secret moment after the episode of Huber Syndrome goes up.
Gums up.
Gums it up.
Gums up, baby.
Gums up, baby.
Gums up, jaws down.
But I mean, for a real sweetest moment, brought to you by Sweet Justice.
Yep.
Any thoughts?
Uh,
Because I mean, you were listening in on most of the impressions. What do you think, Kyle?
It's always like I enjoy listening to Michael Huber speak. I enjoy hearing when he's excited about something. No, I might go more sentimental with Sweetest Moment. Like it's just been a treasure to like come here at night after E3 and just like talking about video games and like coming to the panel and like talking about games I'm curious about that I wasn't able to go see.
Yeah.
Almost Bruce Willis movie, sci-fi.
Fifth Element?
No, it's like you are a blank for somebody. I'm having your baby.
I'm having your baby.
Surrogate! I'm surrogate.
You went from Bruce Willis to I'm having your
And we
baby.
both just named sci-fi movies too.
Right, like the obvious Bruce Willis like sci-fi examples, and he's like, "No, you're wrong. I'm having your baby."
I appreciated being able to be a surrogate for the audience during some of these talks. It's been really nice. Ooh, just silly moments, just silly, fun moments.
How does any of this happen, Kyle?
Patreon.com/Easy Allies is primarily how the Easy Allies work. That is a crowdfunded site where people come and support us. You might want to check it out if you want to see other things that we do. We have podcasts, we have live streams. We do stuff on Twitch, stuff on YouTube, stuff in your RSS feed if you like audio only, all sorts of things. So please check out Patreon.com/Easy Allies if you're interested in perhaps supporting the Easy Allies.
Great. Yeah, I think we've covered it. Thank you, everyone, for hanging in for the long hours. We'll be right back for some more long hours tomorrow. EasyAllies.com has your local time. Thank you, and good night.
Thanks for watching our coverage of E3 2019. If you'd like to learn more about us, visit patreon.com/EasyAllies to see how you can help us keep doing what we do. At various levels of support, you can participate in the live and pre-recorded content we create, or get our podcasts a few days early. For just $1 a month, you gain access to exclusive shows, spoiler-filled discussions, and weekly business updates. You can also visit EasyAllies.com to see our schedule in your time zone. Easy Allies E3 2019 coverage is brought to you by Sweet Justice, a sound design company from the southern shores of the UK. They've worked on some of the biggest AAA titles, the most refreshing indie titles, and collaborated with the best development teams in the world. Check out their work at sweetjustice.audio.